You know, in this crazy crowded world of AI, it feels like a new tool drops every single day. But every once in a while, something comes along that's, well, it's more than just another product. It's a signal that things might be headed in a whole new direction. Today, we're going to dive into one of those signals, a new AI called ACE.
But before we even get into the nuts and bolts of the tech, let's just start with a really fundamental question, one that's getting more and more important. When an AI gives you an answer, how do you know it's true? I mean, really, can you actually trust what it's telling you?
Because let's be real, this is where we're at right now. We're just swimming in a sea of AI systems that can spit out text, images, and code, but most of them, they operate with almost zero transparency. It's a whole lot of promises with very little proof to back any of it up.
And that, right there, leads us straight into a huge challenge for the entire industry, something the experts call the black box problem. So, what is a black box AI? Well, think of it like this. You put something in, you get something out. But what happens in the middle? Total mystery. The internal workings are completely hidden. It gives you these amazing promises, but it can't offer you any real verifiable proof. And for anyone who needs certainty, we're talking businesses, researchers, you name it, that's a massive, massive problem.
Okay, so that's the problem. And this is where our story starts to get really interesting. A company called Axiom Hive is rolling out a brand new system called ACE, and it's designed as a direct answer to this whole trust issue. Axiom Hive's core pitch is super simple, but man, is it powerful. They're saying ACE delivers proof, not just promises. Now, if they can actually pull that off, it would be a fundamental shift in how we interact with and, more importantly, how we rely on artificial intelligence. So who are the folks behind all this? The company is Axiom Hive. It's led by Alexis Adams, who's pretty well known for being obsessed with this idea of auditable AI integrity and something called deterministic systems. Now, all that really means is building systems that give you the exact same output for the same input every single time, which, as you can imagine, is absolutely crucial if you want to be able to verify anything. Their whole mission is built around creating AI you can actually prove.
All right, so how on earth does ACE actually deliver on this huge promise of proof? Let's get into the core technology, because this is where it gets really, really cool. So the secret sauce here is something they call a hybrid core. This is not your typical AI model. It actually fuses two different approaches. You've got state-space models, which are awesome for predictable, rules-based stuff, and then you have attention mechanisms, which is the tech that powers a lot of the creative AI we see today. Fusing them together lets ACE run in two different modes. A creative mode for things like media, and a deterministic mode for any task where you need absolute verifiable precision. But how do you prove it? Well, that's where the magic of cryptography comes in. The outputs from ACE can be digitally signed, but here's the game changer. They are ZK proof capable. This is a wild type of crypto proof that lets the AI prove it followed a specific set of rules to get an answer without revealing any of the underlying secret sauce. It's kind of like proving you know a secret password without ever having to say the password out loud. This is how they plan to crack open that black box.
And here's another huge difference. ACE is edge native. What that means is it's not some giant model locked away on a corporate server somewhere. Nope, it's optimized using this tech called WebAssembly, or WASM, so it can run locally, right on your own device. We're talking your laptop, your browser, even a tiny little computer like a Raspberry Pi. This is what they mean when they talk about AI sovereignty. You actually own and control the tool on your own hardware.
So if you put it all side by side, the difference is just stark. On one hand, you have mainstream AI. It's almost always cloud-dependent, it's totally opaque, that's our black box problem, and it delivers promises. Then you have the ACE model. It's edge-native, running right on your machine, it's verifiable thanks to those crypto proofs, and because of that, it aims to deliver real proof. It's just a fundamentally different way of thinking about AI.
Now, this super unique tech is paired with a business model that's, well, it's just as disruptive. Instead of the usual subscriptions or ads, Axiom Hive has built something called the Bitcoin paywall. So let's check out how this thing works. First things first, ACE isn't free. It's a proprietary system. To keep its value and its integrity, all access is behind a paywall. And the company's stance on this is crystal clear. No leaks, no free rides, just pure, authenticated intelligence.
But here's the kicker. How do you actually pay for it? Forget about monthly subscriptions. Forget about credit cards. The only way you can get access to ACE is with Bitcoin.
and specifically using the Lightning Network for instant payments.
So you might be asking, why Bitcoin? Is it just a gimmick? Nope, it's actually a really strategic move, and it's based on 3 key things. First, you get instant microtransactions. The Lightning Network lets you send tiny payments, so you can pay for exactly what you use down to the fraction of a cent. Second, it's global and uncensorable. Anybody, anywhere can use it, no bank account required. And third, it cuts out the middlemen. This whole model just bypasses the big tech payment processors, getting rid of their fees and their control.
Okay, so you take this verifiable AI, you mix it with this direct peer-to-peer payment system. What do you get? Well, according to Axiom Hive, you get a whole new world for creators.
They're pretty adamant that this isn't just another product launch. They see it as a visible marker that we're seeing a major shift in the entire economy of digital media and software. What we're looking at here is a vision for a whole new creator value chain. The idea is to empower creators with programmable IP that's built on top of this auditable AI. This forges a direct economic link between creators and their fans, cutting out the big tech platforms, getting rid of that platform lock-in, and finally getting rid of all that opacity.
So, to put it simply, what they're building is an AI monetization model for where we're going, not for where we've been. It's a model designed from the ground up for a decentralized, creator-first economy, not the old centralized, ad-based world we're used to.
And all of this leaves us with one really big, kind of provocative question to chew on. As all of us, users and creators alike, start demanding more proof, more control, and more direct value, could a model like ACE's, one that's verifiable, that's sovereign, and paid for directly, could that signal the end of free AI as we know it? It's definitely something we're thinking about.